What is up, fam? Happy Friday. Today, we're going to recap the biggest things that happened in NFT and crypto this week, as well as do some fun AI art on the side. Kind of my idea for this live stream is if we have enough people in chat, just kind of getting some people that want to do and interact with AI art. So maybe like inserting their own prompts or using their own NFTs or using their own images, whatever they want to do. And we'll kind of see how those turn out throughout the stream. So if you're tuning in and you want to do that, just be sure to, jump in on chat, of course. But we will look at first, just get straight to the substance. Some major things happen in NFTs this week. The biggest one, I hate that this happens way too much, is a huge hack. This happened to Kevin Rose, and it was worth 7 figures. They took 7 figures worth of NFTs from him, and he's a well-known figure in the NFT space. So he says, I was just hacked. Stay tuned for details. Please avoid buying any squiggles until we get them flagged. Just lost 25 and a few other NFTs. So if you don't know, these squiggles are worth a lot of money. Obviously, we can take a look at his exact wallet later. I don't know if he directly gave updates, but I do know what happened. So if he didn't, then I'll get into it. So yeah, here's the squiggles that he lost. He lost 25 of them. And just to give you an idea, the floor price is 13 ETH. Yes, that means that he lost, let's do the math. Oh, this is gut wrenching. Let's see, 13 ETH is $20,000, and he lost 25 of them. And this is just the squiggles, by the way. So how would I say? 20,000 times 25. Yeah, so he lost $500,000 just worth of these chromie squiggles, which is, again, gut-wrenching. He lost a lot of other stuff. And if you're not familiar with Kevin Rose, he is respected in the space. He is I think he's a founder of Moonbirds, or one of the founders of Moonbirds. So yeah, it was a big deal that he got hacked. He's now posting some like security stuff about it. And I'm sure a lot of you are wondering, well, like, how did somebody like this well-known in the space get hacked? I was kind of wondering the same thing. Essentially, he went to a fake website. He was trying to play that game that we've been talking about all week called Dookie Dash, the ape game, and he went to a bad website. So he went to Dookie Dash, and it was like slash something weird, and it asked for permission. And look, at any given point, if you're on a website that's not officially like the real website, if you're not 100% sure, you don't need to click through transactions. And that's exactly what he did. He went to the website, it asked for approval of all of his assets, and he approved through that transaction, and it sent all out. Now, that might look like a mistake that you shouldn't make, but it could definitely happen to anybody if you're just kind of not thinking or whatever state he was in. It looks like he just got done being sick, and I know being sick can really like throw off your mental state as well. But yeah, it's really sad that happened. There are solutions to it, but nothing is foolproof right now. And a lot of that, I posted about this. Let me pull this up. I posted about this when it happened, basically just saying that he got hacked. And I got some interesting opinions on that. And I want to kind of address them so far. So one of the biggest opinions that I got on it was, like, well, this can't happen in VV. Why would you, basically anti-decentralization? Let's see, but Web3, etc. The problem is decentralization is a huge case for NFTs. As far as VV goes, if you're watching this, like my hope since day one is that VV becomes interoperable, and I believe they're going to. But like I'm a big advocate for owning your assets. So it's not that like I don't care about VV, it's just that I hope that they get there. And so what I mean by this is you can't just say, let's go back to a Web 2 solution where you can't lose your assets, because there's a whole other list of problems that we're trying to solve, which is not owning your own assets, not having power to the player. So at the end of the day, we do see accounts getting locked. We do see like not controlling your own assets, and that's its own set of issues that we're like trying to avoid. All that being said, I'm just saying that like since day one, I've been clear, like I'm still bullish on VV. I still have over 300 collectibles and comics. I'm still in the community, but my hope is that VV becomes interoperable. I don't like the fact that we see bad stuff like this happen, and then say, well, this is why we need centralization. No. I believe there's other methods to fix this, but it's not going back to centralization, like not going back to fully centralization. I'll actually talk about those methods. So I think one of them, good morning, Big A. Justin said Reese is AI art. So I think one of the solutions to this is actually what Vivi could do and might do. And it's what some other platforms have already done, like Recur and Atro, which is essentially have a centralized and Quid have a centralized platform that has a marketplace that anybody without any technical skills can make an account, buy NFTs, and trade them. But having that option to be able to take those assets off at any given time to whatever chain, like to me, that's like one of the most foolproof systems, because whoever, again, doesn't have to have any kind of technical background can sign up and buy and feel safe. You know, if you like the centralization aspect, you don't ever have to take it off the platform. But if you want ownership of your assets, then you can take it off at any given point. I think that's like the biggest foolproof solution, in my opinion. Feel free to, leave a comment on what you think about that. What wallet is going to let me view my VV NFTs in 3D, though? That's a good point, Justin. And I think what I would respond to that with is just don't take them off. Like I think taking them off will be when you want to integrate them into another metaverse, or when you want to sell them in a place that has higher liquidity. So like, say that volume is low on VV at the time, but on another marketplace, Immutable X, or on OpenSea, or on Blur, or whatever, there's tons of money going in and out. Well, it might be worth it to you to take that asset off and let them, and then put it into one of those places where a lot of money is going through. That way you could sell it better, because NFTs are sometimes hard to sell. So that's a use case for it. Ultimately, I think the biggest use case will be leaving them on VV. But that option, if you're one of those that's prone to get your account locked based on the area you live in, based on X, Y, or Z, then maybe you feel safer keeping them in your wallet and bringing them to the platform when you want to build a vault. There's a stack reason. I think at the end of the day, it's that proof of ownership, and it's that like you have the choice. I'm not saying to take it off. Like if you don't feel like taking it off, don't take it off. But having that option would be great. Yo, what's up, JT? Welcome to stream. Yeah, I did some AI art of JT earlier. I'll pull that up in a second. Big A said interoperability could be you can store your NFT on a wallet but connect. Oh yeah, exactly. That's so good. Here, let me finish reading this thought. So Big A said interoperability could be you can store your NFT on a wallet but connect wallet to app to view the 3D and use an AR. Exactly. So like at the end of the day, what I don't know why I pulled that up. What Big A is saying is like you could actually connect your wallet to VV and then use those AR functions without it actually leaving your wallet. That's already possible. You can already do that with like Sewer Pass. You can actually have this thing, it's called a proxy wallet, and there's other programs for it, to where essentially another wallet could play the game, but they can't control the asset. So like if I wanted to, if this was in VV terms, I could bring my collection to VV and do all the features in VV without actually it leaving my wallet, and I still have ownership of that. So there is no like account lock or anything like that. Sorry about my kids screaming in the background. That's the beauty of being a father and doing a morning stream. So quick break in this. We talked about Kevin. There is more that I want to get on this, but if you want to do any AI art throughout this stream, I thought it'd be kind of fun to integrate it. So I've already done I did a lot last night. This isn't really showing them, but I'm doing some with my Discord right now. But if you're just in the comments and like, hey, I would like to have some AI done with me, I'll try it out. So JT is a frog, and so I went ahead and did just like my prompt was frog, red lips, drawn as a cartoon, and this was a JT. Some of you are familiar with Jess. She's big in the VV community. I used one of her pictures, and she's also working on, what is the project's name? I don't remember. She's working on an NFT project with dragons, so I told it to do her as a dragon queen with a snowy background shot in HD. So that's Jess. If you want me to do one of you, let me know in the comments, and we'll do it throughout the stream. I have a couple more that I did kind of like throughout the week. We can look at in a second. We'll get back to Kevin Rose. So there's other solutions to this. Kevin Rose already found one recently. I, of course, got off of his actual page. But there's this thing called WebSea. I do own one of their NFTs. I actually don't use this myself. It's just a solution. Well, okay, the biggest solution, before I get into this, is, I don't even know where mine's at, but is having a ledger. And using that ledger just as a storage. Okay, so Ledger would not have protected Kevin Rose. He might have had a ledger if he went to this website and he just clicked through and approved all the transactions. You want a ledger specifically that you do not use for anything except sending and receiving assets to yourself. And even that, you probably just want to stick with receiving. So that's a true cold storage ledger because you're not interacting all the time. You're not accidentally signing all these transactions. You are simply getting NFTs sent to you that you keep. And maybe one day you want to sell, maybe you want to use it for other things. So that's the safest way to do this because you're not at your computer, clicking through stuff. And like it's the most foolproof system. So ledger. Yeah, honestly, the best way to do it, but I'm not doing this currently, is you want a ledger as a just a vault that you never touch. And you want another ledger that maybe you do interact with, but at the end of the day, if you accidentally sign a transaction or something goes south with that ledger, it's not like gonna break you. Maybe you have whatever you're willing to lose on that ledger, but you have everything like you're not willing to lose on your ledger that you never touch. That's the best foolproof system. Can you turn me into Doc Ock? Yeah. How? Okay. I don't know how I'm gonna get it through YouTube. Justin, are you on? How do I find a picture of you that's public? Because I will indeed do that, but I can't do it through YouTube. But I will definitely turn you into Doc Ock. But I need like a picture to go off of, obviously, because it does for the prompt. So back to it. The biggest foolproof system is to get a ledger. Next would be to get things in place like OpenSea. I'm not sponsored by OpenSea. I do own one of their NFTs. But basically, it's like a backup. So if something happens, you like click a button and it sends all of your assets out of your wallet to like a backup wallet. That way, the second you're compromised, you can like send it out and protect yourself. That's a big one. There's some communities that have like CyberKong's security. I don't own a CyberKong, but they have some systems in place to where like if you do get hacked, if somebody like from the team knows, they can halt your CyberKong's transactions, which does require like a little bit of centralization on that, but it's still like you do have the asset at the end of the day. I forgot exactly how it works, but it's on here. Yeah, here it is. It's a bot monitors mempool for any approval transactions. If approval is given to a suspected or unknown wallet, it will send an alarm to the mod team. And then the mod team basically, here's what they do. Any ETH sent by scammer to the wallet to move your assets will be burned. So valuable assets from the wallet are safety sent to safe wallet called kongbot.eth. In case of being compromised, you open a ticket, you give bot compromised wallet private key, bot monitors and burns any incoming ETH. That way it's immediate. So like they're not able to send it out. This is a little bit more complex, so I'm not going to go over the whole thing, but my whole point is there are DeFi systems in place, and there's going to be even better ones that protect people from losing 7 figures in the future. But I mean, like right now, it's making headlines. Like, we got the whole Kevin Rose hack. So people losing 7 figures and 6 figures all the time is making news, and it's awful for the space. I mean, we have headlines. Kevin Rose got duped into giving away valuable NFTs. Kevin Rose wallet with 40 high valued collectibles hacked. Moonbird creator Kevin Rose loses 1 million in NFTs after one wrong move, which it was, So anyways, like making these headlines of losing millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars, and this seems to happen way too much in the space, is not good for the space. And I do think education is like a leading factor in protecting people. So I don't think that argument is like faulty, but at the end of the day, it's hard to educate everybody. And if we have people like Kevin Rose, who launched one of the most successful projects in the NFT space, that's losing all of his assets, like how do we expect people who aren't technologically advanced to do the same, or like to protect themselves? Like, it's just, to me, that's just like asking too much. That's why I think a layer of centralization for those that want to be protected by centralization, and then the ability to take it off said centralized platform into your wallet. Right now, Hero, Quid, and what's the other one? Recur all do that. Now, granted, like, I mean, I have collectibles on every one of those I just named, so I'm not like saying anything here nor there towards that. I'm not trying to compare, but those are the ones right now that are currently doing that, and that's what VV is supposed to do, and hopefully will do. Popeye says standalone CPU for NFTs, Ledger Burn Hot Wallet. Yep, exactly. I made a security video on this that was like in depth about it, but basically like you really should have like 6 wallets on a scale of like how risky you want to be to how safe you want to be, going all the way from like that cold wallet I talked about that's never transacts, that you just send stuff to and it's just there, to like a wallet where you mint everything. Like you don't do any research, you just connect and mint. And if that wallet gets compromised, it should be like minimal to you. Like you should be like, oh, that sucks. Like I have a wallet that literally has like, it had $50 in it. I think now it has like $10 or something like that. And you know, I meant all kinds of free stuff on it because I don't care. So like if that wallet gets compromised, oh well, it doesn't matter. By the way, guys, I got a big win last night after a really bad month of trading. I'll get to that in just a second. I'm gonna get to one more person, the OG here, essentially crypto, one of the first people to make eComi and VV content. The RX wallet is good, same as MetaMask, but it does transaction simulators and has an updated list of proper sites for minting and will flash anti-phishing warnings. That's really cool. I did not know that. I'll have to look into RX wallet. So, guys, this has been a really bad week of trading, or bad month of trading for me. And I like to be transparent. I'll just show you all the stupid stuff I did. And I won't stick on it for long, but I got a big win last night that made up for all of my awful trades this month. So let's look at it. Let's roast Chris here. So this is my I'm just on OpenSea, but this is like what I have right now. So I won't go back too far, but let's see. As you can tell, I bought a lot. I made a little bit of profit. I got wrecked on these Hasbullas. I bought them at 0.14, $225, and I sold for a loss at like really just the other day at 135. Big loss was this stupid little game. 2 big losses. Myocraft. Myocraft, I don't even know if I sold mine yet. I might have. I don't know if you guys remember when Minecraft was like rising in popularity on NFTs, and then Minecraft was like, we don't want kids to associate with NFTs, so like it's not allowed anymore. The creator of one of the most successful games created this Myocraft. I don't know much more about it besides that, but I was excited about it because I was like, okay, well, they obviously launched something successful already, and I bought it for like 0.1. And I sold for like, I bought it for 0.099, and I sold for like, I guess it didn't even sell yet. Yeah, mine didn't sell yet, but right now the floor price is like 0.01. So in other words, like I lost like 0.1 ETH quickly. And I lost on these Fun Apes, which I still believe in Fun Apes. I think it's a cool project. Super Kawaii, they made like a little game, and the volume was insane at first. The game ended up not being very good, kind of gimmicky, and the thing with NFT games like this is when they're on layer 1, like Ethereum, it costs too much. Like this was essentially like a Nintendogs style. You give your little dog your like bones and like things to dress them up in. You care for them or whatever, and he like levels up. So like the concept was pretty cool. But at the end of the day, it was just so expensive. I mean, it's like $6 in ETH. So like that, you know, if ETH obviously in the future goes up, then you're paying a lot more than $6. To like level up your dog. It didn't work out. But anyways, I lost like another 0.1 on that. But last night, I've been telling you guys that watch my live streams. I've been telling my Discord. I've been telling Twitter. This is public, private, everything. I've been yelling from the rooftops. Get on DigiDagu whitelist. It is free. DigiDagu, the heroes went to like 10 ETH. The original series were like at like 12 ETH. Get on villains. And sure enough, I actually got picked to be on the villains whitelist last night. So I literally went and claimed this thing for free. I paid a $6 transaction. I sold it in less than like 30 minutes. As you can see, right? Well, it doesn't show the exact times right here. I did screenshot the times. In less than 30 minutes, I claimed this DigiDagu for free. I sold it for 0.55 Ethereum, which was $877. And I took that W for me. It has room to run. It's at 0.49 right now, so I'm actually sold over current floor. I mean, the reason I sold so quickly is because I think there's 10K total, and at the time that I claimed mine, there was only like 3,000 claimed. So I figured by the time the rest of the supply hit, that the price would get crushed. It's honestly done quite a good job at sustaining. I'm kind of impressed that it's still at a half an ETH. But again, DigiDagu is like a pretty good brand. There's still alpha here. I'll get to it in a second that can make could be good for the viewers that are watching this right now. But they're doing a Super Bowl ad and during the Super Bowl. And if you scan that during the Super Bowl, you get one of their dragons. It's going to be extremely competitive. And the dragon's going to be free. It's kind of like the next part of the series. But also, if you want another chance to get a dragon, you can go to Gabe Layden's Twitter. I always can't find him. So I'll just search DigiDagu, and I'm sure it's like retweeted him at some point. So Gabe Layden is like the founder of DigiDagu. And he has 630,000 followers, which he's been going up on followers. But anyways, if you're not in on dragons, I told you about villains, and if you slept on it, you just slept on half an ETH for free, which was $900 at the time. But they're releasing 10,000 dragons during the Digi Super Bowl commercial. Register now for a chance to get guaranteed spot on whitelist before the biggest free mint ever. Okay, so literally all you have to do is go to this and fill out the form and connect your wallet. And that goes back to what we said earlier, guys, about being safe. I did connect like a pretty big wallet, but like still, I'm not going to connect my ledger with my biggest holdings on it because like I don't want to risk that. You know, if this is a free mint, you might as well just connect a wallet that doesn't have a lot of mint. I'll have a lot of ETH on it anyways. I do trust Gabe, but you know, at the end of the day, you want to be safe. But you just go to that, Gabe Layden, make sure it's the right Twitter account. 630K followers, and make sure a lot of people that you're following are following it. There's like the 2 rules of thumbs. And yeah, so the dragons is next. What else do we got on the agenda today? There's a lot that happened this week in NFT news. So the biggest one was Kevin Rose hack. We have DigiDagu dragons coming up. Your boy got a big win off of DigiDagu villains. Again, they could still run. Another thing that DigiDagu villains did that I didn't necessarily love is that they had like a 10% royalty and then 2.5% on OpenSea. So it's like a 12.5% royalties, which is kind of nuts. The art looks really cool. I think this is all going to be a game. But anyways, that is DigiDagu. Some other things happened this month or this week. I know one of them NFT Now covered. I actually haven't dove that deep into it. Okay, so Doodles announced that they're going to be on Flow. This is big for mass adoption because people underestimate the amount of onboarding that platforms like NBA Top Shot, the Nifty, and Vivi had for the NFT space. So I definitely think that Flow was one of those. And with Doodles kind of going to Flow, Doodles 2, and there being more, I think the easier access to the public, you know, again, going back to non-tech savvy people being able to buy stuff, I think is going to be huge. Sewer Pass is obviously still taking the news. There's one particularly that I wanted us to look at that NFT Now had posted. I run NFT Now's Twitter Spaces, by the way. Here it is. So Amazon reported, this was breaking news, that Amazon reportedly launching the NFT initiative this spring. So I'm not going to read all of this. It's really not that long anyways. But this last sentence is really important. According to the anonymous source of publication spoke with the companies, focus will center on blockchain-based gaming that rewards players with NFTs. Yes, this is Amazon saying this. So pretty big news for the NFT space that Amazon wants to be on board. They want to reward players with NFTs. So that's cool. Web3 gaming is like really going to far ways. Another thing that happened that a lot of people aren't talking about because I guess it just got burnt one way or another is Recur is teaming up with Playtika. I don't know a ton about Playtika, but I know they have a lot of successful games, and I know a lot of people that like love them that like don't really care for NFTs. And so this is a big partnership. Essentially, that Playtika is choosing Recur's platform to be able to like run this game on and be able to collect symbols, build slot games, or award winners, all in NFTs. So that's pretty cool news. I'm not sure. Let's see if the marketplace reacted. Recur Pass. Marketplace didn't really react. It was like a $60 floor. It went up like $5, but I don't know. For full disclosure, I minted my Recur Pass when it minted, and I actually bought 2 Recur Passes like maybe a month or 2 ago for around this price. I think I paid a little bit over floor for better numbers, but I think I paid like 70 each. I don't know. Like people got burnt off of Recur because of some of the collections they launched. I'm actually still holding my Nickelodeon one for sentimental reasons, but I mean let's look at the Nickelodeon. It's awful. I mean, they went from these are at a 0.01 floor price, which actually I guess wasn't that bad, but kind of just tanked, and that's not a good look. There's no volume, so this is why people don't really aren't really for Recur. A lot of things they launched have just kind of like got pushed to the side afterwards, including like the Star Trek and all that. But all that to say, I'm not sitting here fudding your Recur bags. I believe in the team and I believe in their vision to kind of be this portal for Web2 brands. And I think that this is what they're kind of following through with when, like right now, when they're doing, that's not it, but as they're doing this Playtika partnership. And I think we'll continue to see big things like this, Recur making moves in this way. That's why I still believe in the longevity of Recur. I don't know as far as individual projects they launched. I don't really have much opinion on them. Like I said, I'm still holding my Star Trek, which I minted, and I'm still holding my one of my Nickelodeon characters because it's sentimental to me. But besides that, I think it's even on OpenSea, it's even my profile picture. Let's see. I'll say why it's in the middle too if you don't follow me. It's the Chucky with chocolate milk, and it's just because like when I was a kid, I always had chocolate milk. My grandmother always made it for me, and she passed away early, and so it always just kind of stuck with me. And now my daughter loves chocolate milk now, and she holds her bottle just like that. So, anyways, it just had like a connection with me. Rubber Wraps was big at that time too, so I decided to continue to hold it. So we have the Kevin Rose hack. We have breaking news Amazon with them launching an NFT initiative and the Recur partnership with Playtika. If anybody has anything in the comments that I missed, feel free to let me know. I'm not ending this yet though because I want to do some AI art. If nobody in here wants to do AI art, I'll just do it of some random people or random NFTs. I've actually kind of wanted to experiment with NFTs anyway, so maybe we can find one on here. That would be cool. What is this? Oh yeah, VV launched their 100 sets of VV today, or 100 sets of VV, whatever it was. Oh no, that's just somebody celebrating 100 set achievement. To be real with you. There's another big thing. So Porsche. I guess I haven't done an update on the Porsche stuff. Porsche dropped this week. I did like 2 live streams on it, so if you're following me, you'll know that I was super not bullish on it. But you're probably thinking, well, Chris, why in the world? Wait, were you wrong? Like it's at 2 ETH and you weren't bullish on it. No, I literally called this, and here's what I mean by that. The Porsche, they're supposed to have 7,500 items. You see right here how it says 2,363. I said on my live stream and I recorded it that they're not going to sell out because they're asking too much. They're asking 0.911. And then I said what they're going to do, like all Web2 companies who don't launch a successful project do, is they're going to have to submit and cut supply and not get their upfront earnings. And then the floor price will react from there. So the time to buy was not when the mint came out, because it was a disaster from the start. The time to buy was the minute that they posted on Twitter, hey, we're going to cut supply. At that point, Porsche was still under mint price, and you really had like hours and hours to buy if you're going to make that play. But it was under mint price, and they made that call, and then the next day they really almost like 3x'd. It actually went up to like 3 Ethereum. The mint was, let's just say 1 Ethereum to like round it up. Right now it's 2x floor, but that's why Porsche is so high right now, because they cut supply. That's the only reason. They have a third of the supply they're supposed to have. So it's supply and demand. You have less items that's going to cost more. You have degens, knowing that they can manipulate that supply more, knowing that the creator earnings are 0%. So being able to flip these is pretty easy because you don't have to worry about, as we said earlier, the DigiDagu villains is 12.5%, whereas this would be 2.5 on OpenSea. So it's a flipper's paradise. It's a speculator's paradise. That's the only reason Porsche went up. That being said, they might do some cool stuff in the future. I think they just botched the mint because they did what a lot of other Web2 companies did, and they didn't get the right consulting. Yo, Stay Winning Podcast. Thank you so much for joining today. Thank you for the $1 donation. I greatly appreciate that. Thank you so much. Y'all go check out Stay Winning Podcast's channel and his socials. He's active on Twitter, active on YouTube. Stay winning, Chris. That very fitting for the name. I will indeed try to stay winning. Speaking of stay winning, I know that I follow you on Twitter, so we're going to do some AI art right now. We're going to take a break from this news and do some AI art with your ape. Why is your name something else on Twitter? Twitter is the worst at at being able to search people. Oh, here we go. Did you change your? You changed your picture. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take this image. I'm going to copy the image link. I'm going to pull up my Discord, and I'm going to make this bigger. I'm going to imagine that your prompt, you are blue now. I can't really see your ape because it's too small on my screen. I'm going to say brunette mixed with ape of your current profile. Okay, so it's going to take a few minutes for this to render, but we're going to see how it looks. So what we're doing is we're going to combine this with your previous profile picture, your mouse with your previous. By the way, you are mainly on Cardano, right? Cardano is one of the few blockchains I don't own an NFT on. I do have Cardano. I don't have a ton, but I have some. But I've never used it to buy NFTs. Okay, so it's not done yet. It's still kind of going 62%. Okay, all right. So we're combining again your previous with this one. So what do you think, Stay Winning? What do you think? So I wonder if we can get a good side by side. Let's do this. I wonder, did you post yours recently? Okay. So this was your one that you had right here. Keep this image in your mind. And this is your current one. So we combine the two into this. I think the top left is pretty good. We'll check your Discord. Don't think I'm in it yet. Yeah, man, definitely do. We're not an alpha Discord. We're just a community, and I do have some good calls every once in a while. Some other people do, but yeah, I kind of like that. I think the top left one likes that. So what you would do from here is you would either do variants of the one that you like and would give you several variants to choose from, or you would do an upscale one and you'd be able to upscale whichever one you want and then save that image. So I've been having a lot of fun with AI art. It's kind of the section where we'll just kind of look at some of it. I'll show you some that I've made. One of my favorites is my daughter. That one was funny. I actually have that one on Twitter. So I took this picture of her and made it into this really cool battle scene. I thought that was pretty cool. Gave her a sword. Gave her everything like that. So that was fun. Did my other daughter too. Did my wife, stuff like that. I was trying to make a mug, so it's not very good with letters. I was trying to make a coffee mug that says good morning on it. And the letters are just hard. Now, like if somebody was better at editing than me, because I'm not good at editing, that you could take these letters off and then just write. I was gonna write like GM on it, for NFT culture. But I was kind of having a hard time to where it didn't look awful. So I'll probably retry these later. I did Jess earlier. I don't know if you guys. So for Jess, I took her profile picture. She's in my Discord. Let's find Jess. She's also just known in the Vivi community for those that are watching and from Vivi. That's her dog. So this is Jess. I took this picture, and she works for Myth of Dragon. And so I said Dragon Queen, Tiara, Snowy Setting, Fierce, Shot in HD. And I got these 4 variants. Personally, I liked the 4th one the best. Actually, no. I think somebody else clicked that. I don't think that was the one that I chose. Because looking at this, I kind of like the top right one the best, but I guess I did choose the 4th one. So I upscaled the 4th one, and that was the masterpiece that we came out with. Yo, what is up? Your local scalper. What's up, man? Welcome to the stream. We are doing some AI art. If you want me to do any AI art of you, just give me an image link, or tell me where to go. Tell me which social to find it on, and I'll do it. So this is the final image we have of Jess, the Dragon Queen. You could actually make variations of this, upscale it, or whatever, and then kind of say what you like about it. I did another person in our Discord, just a frog, and then recently I just did somebody in chat. Shout out to Stay Winning Podcast. So yeah, this is Midjourney AI. I've just been kind of exploring with AI because like AI is just so useful. If you'll notice, I've actually been doing a lot of AI centered videos. I'll probably put out one maybe soon as well, just because it's making workflow and life just so much easier. All right, let's see if we missed any news. Need some disc golf art. Yeah, I actually tried to do some disc golf art the other day, and it kind of failed. Let's see. I don't know if I don't really post pictures of. I did some AI art right here, but that's kind of a different thing. Disc golf would be cool though. I tried to do my dad in a disc golf setting, and it didn't work out at all. The prompts have to be so particular. Maybe we can ask. Hold on, let me take this down real quick. We'll ask AI what to do then. Once you like grasp the concept of like how AI is going to be like revolutionary, it's actually pretty nuts. Yeah, Doodle's going to flow. I did mention that at the beginning. I can mention it. Well, actually, there's two things that I want to look at. Let me drop this real quick so we can actually hear it. Give me just a second. We are going to watch this together. We'll do this, and why is it doing that? Let's do Twitter media. There we go. All right, we're gonna watch this together. Let me get my headset. So two of the big news that came out this week was Doodle's going to flow. I did mention that earlier, but essentially what this means for the NFT space is that they're more focused on a mass onboarding because flow is very easy and user friendly to use. I guess I could have just typed in Doodles to find this, but let's look at their announcement. That's new. We'll go back and listen to that later. Where's their announcement at? Here we go.
Doodles II is a...
Can you guys hear that? I can't.
Our original collection resembles more of a high school yearbook. It's what you looked like at that
Why
point
can I not
in
hear
time,
this?
and can never
my sound
change.
off?
Doodles II has two different types of NFTs. The first one is the doodle. Think of it as
there we go. Yeah.
a mannequin, a base character. The second type of NFT is the wearable. Wearables are intended to be interchange, equipped multiple times a day. These are all on-chain operations, and it's gasless too.
The people that use their doodles as social representation for themselves, they create derivative artwork off of their doodle. They put their doodle in different environments. They create a lot, and it ultimately becomes part of who they are. The cool thing about Doodles II is you're going to give them more tools to actually create that digital representation of themselves. And that is really where we think a winning opportunity is. You can connect it to daily life. If you think about the concept of daily utility being delivered through this thing that you love, that brings forth the concept of identity, I think, more than anything else has. And you ultimately become part of the universe rather than just a passive participant.
My dream is for the end user to not really care as to what chain the assets are on or what's underneath the hood. We just want it to work for the mainstream.
Cool. So their goal is to adopt more people, digital identity, media brand. I talked to some Doodles owners, and honestly, they kind of like they're split 50-50. One of the guys that's like big in the Doodles was essentially saying that this is bearish for the main collection, which is like, what is Doodles even at right now? Pretty expensive. But he's saying that it's not really adding value to the main collection. It's just kind of taken away. Yeah, Doodles are at 7 Ethereum right now. So yeah, it's pretty expensive for that. But on Flow, the second gen obviously is going to be more accessible. Some people care about this, some people don't. Personally, I think using platforms like Flow are going to be like the right steps that we need towards more adoption. Because again, the my daughter's crying in the background. Sorry. Vivi and the Nifty and NBA Top Shot onboarded so many people, including myself, to the NFT space that I think Flow blockchain can do a good job at that as well. Stay Winning Podcast said like 10K. Yeah, if you're watching this and you're not subscribed or you didn't like the video yet, please like the video for the YouTube algorithms. I love doing these recaps and hanging out with you guys and doing just basically this stuff. If you like the video, it helps promote it into the algorithms, which gives me, I like doing these regardless, but it obviously gives me more incentive to do them if people watch them, whether they interact or watch later. I greatly appreciate it. And you can serve as in part of that by simply hitting the like button. Let's do Justin and AI. I do post. I'm actually going to scrap my entire personal Instagram. Like I'm going to keep it under Chris Coffee ETH. I have some personal stuff on here and make it entirely Web3 focused. So if you're not following me on Instagram, it is Chris Coffee ETH. But we are on Instagram because we're going to do some AI art for somebody that is in the chat, which is Justin. So not Justin Bieber, but _ Justin. Which one do you want to do, Justin? I don't know if I can take that. Let's try to take this one. Does Instagram let me copy to? Do you have anything on OpenSea? You do have stuff on OpenSea. See, I don't know if I can take this because I'll need to copy it from something. Save as. Yeah, I don't know. I can't copy this, so it's not going to let me use this. Or I would definitely try to do use DocOc. Let's just do a DocOc, period. See how it looks. So imagine, let's do Dr. How do you spell this? Dr. I'm just going to do DocOc. DocOc from Spider-Man fighting Batman. An epic scene on top of building, shot in HD. Let's see how that goes. All right. Oh, I just realized you didn't see any of that stuff I typed, but you'll see it in a second, so it's fine. While that is rendering, the image I just prompted was a Dr. Octagamopus fighting Batman in an epic scene. There was another big announcement this week with Pudgy Penguins. I do wish I owned a Pudgy Penguin just because like they're cool, they're cute, they're memeable. They remind me of, I don't know if anybody on here is this old. I used to play this game called Club Penguin, and it was so much fun back in the day. It was one of the first games that I really got into that was like that style of walking around, talking to people, open world, doing silly things, doing mini games, creating clans, all that stuff. So Pudgy Penguins kind of give me that memory. But they had a big announcement this week, which is something that I feel like all NFT projects should strive for. And let's look at it. Oh, also, this scene reminds me of the Super Mario and Nintendo 64, where you would, one of the objectives is, or one of the paintings you jumped in, you would slide down this ice and you'd race this giant penguin. This reminds me of that for the world. So if you're wondering what that was about, I almost said Club Penguins. Pudgy Penguins are layer 0, baby. That means that they're going to go to cross chain. At least the little Pudgies are. So like one of them's wearing like an Arbitrum shirt. The other one's wearing a Polygon shirt. And the other one, I actually don't even know what token that is. But basically you can be able to take your Pudgy Penguins off of Ethereum and put them onto these other chains. So I think that a lot of other projects should strive to do that. I think it's pretty cool for the Pudgy Penguins. Let's see how our art turned out for the, I'll have to remove this. All right, yeah, I'm feeling it a little bit. You guys, let me know. Ranked, give me a 1 out of 5. I don't know if I can run polls in this. I'll be able to later, but not during this stream. I kind of like it. So we're gonna look at the scene that we made with Dr. Octagama. I don't know if you can see that very well. This is supposed to be Dr. Octagonopus fighting Batman in an epic scene. Oh, I said Doc Ock from Spider-Man, so that probably messed it up. Because what is this? This is like a derpy Batman at the top left. That's not great. And then the Spider-Man's all messed up. He's got like people as hands. I kind of like the top right one. That's pretty cool. And the bottom right one's pretty cool. Do you like the top right or the bottom right? Because we can work off of one of these. We can actually do both. We'll go ahead and work off of let's work off this bottom right one. So we're gonna do V4, which stands for variants of the fourth image, and it's gonna basically give us 4 other variants that we can use for this image, and that are kind of similar to this last image. So yeah. Oh wait, it's not done yet. This is just a little bit too dark for my taste. Kind of gives me Batman Who Laughs vibes. I think the one that I like the most is this third one right here. So I'm going to go with upscale this third one. Need some epic music. By the way, if I keep doing these streams on Fridays, and I've been streaming a lot throughout the week, if you guys haven't been like jumping in, I'm gonna upscale this entire setup. I'm gonna have some music in the background, going to have some better scenes, some chat on screen, all that fun stuff that I used to do when I stream more. My kids are finally at the age to where they kind of let me have a little bit of time now. So yeah, I'm looking forward to more live streams. If you're looking forward to more live streams, as I said earlier, be sure to like the video for the YouTube algorithm, subscribe to the channel, helps me out a lot. Justin, do you like it? You're the one that kind of prompted this screen. Wow, this is taking way longer than the other ones. It says fast. It's not fast. Usually this upscale takes a little bit longer, I guess, because they're really just focusing on one image. This AI art is really fun. So if you haven't done it before, the bot itself is called Midjourney, and it's free for a certain time. So you can use pretty much whatever you want for a certain time. And oh, here it's done. That's pretty cool, dude. I like that. Let's save this image. I like that a lot. It's very unique. But anyways, it's called Midjourney AI. It's free for a bit, allows you to prompt, use images and all that. And you know what? I'm gonna make this the thumbnail for this video just because why not? But there is a paid version, which I just started using. And the reason I'm using it is because it gives you commercial rights. And I'm going to use AI for thumbnails. And I might even use it for like, if I do decide to do like a not token gated, like an NFT project of my own, just kind of messing around with like what kind of art that I want to use. But mainly for like thumbnails and just for fun and for banners, stuff like that. So yeah, Midjourney AI, completely free to use. Justin said VV Doc Ock. Yeah, VV Doc Ock's pretty cool. I feel like that was a kind of a slept on drop. I need to actually go pick one up because I really like that one, especially the animation of it. But with all that being said, we have been live for almost an hour. I do got to go. Thank you all who have stopped by. I really appreciate it. Had fun. I like these chill streams, just being able to look at the week. I will be here on every Friday, recapping the week. And we'll also be on my channel either once a week or once every other week with Kyle Wilson as we do our DJ Dads podcast. So stay tuned for that. If you missed it, we just interviewed a founder of a successful project, which was Shells Orb. Really interesting backstory to that project. That was from yesterday's podcast. Wasn't sponsored or anything like that. It was just out of me being a holder. I own one of his NFTs and respecting the art, respecting the project. So kind of diving into that. With all that being said, thanks guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.